About your rivalry with Caio di Fortuna and Bao Bao, he fancies the idea of pitting his two best governors against each other to break the monotony of life at court.
So I can increase the export quota or increase the taxes. So I can make it, he's got to export more or more expensive. I'm going to make him export more because I don't think that he's probably going to be that phased by cash. So again, I'll pause it because I'm getting sick of these mission briefings popping up in front of me, but I've got quite a lot of export up here that's not being used. So what that means is I'm going to need another Teamsters office. So I might actually drop this one in here because it's right near there. And so hopefully what that will do is ensure that these get sent down, these get picked up and actually sent away, because I haven't got too much production there. There's a little bit at some of these other ranches here, but not too much. So again, once you want to have basically at least 1-to-1 for every 100. So for 200 population, I'd want to have 2 Teamsters officers. 1,000, you'd want to have 10 Teamsters officers. I'm also going to drop down another construction office because I'm going to want to build in this area, and having my only construction office over here isn't going to be very helpful. Are they shacks? So I could build over the shacks if I wanted. Let's do that.
Great jumping llamas, Presidente.
More gold. Okay, that's good. It gives me some more money. Now let's fix up these roads. So I'm going to bring this road over here into there. So now that's all going through there. I'm going to put my mining camp here. Sorry, another logging camp here, so that'll give me more wood. And the main thing about me setting up this island as it is that it's going to continue on to my next mission. So if I get all my infrastructure set up and put it in a good spot straight away, it's going to help me out later on. So put the other road down here, and that should be fine. I can quick build a logging camp because it's only $700. It's not going to make that much of a difference. And the other good thing is that now I can probably put a lumber mill here, and that'll get my lumber from those 2 logging camps.
While His Majesty finds your island's backwardness most amusing, he is now worried that it will hinder his great plan.
So here's another interesting thing. Researching the cowboys technology is going to extend my mandate by 6 months.
His Royal Majesty has
I've already researched it, so
me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
So here we are. I've still got 3 years. I can get $5,000 or 10 citizens. I'm going to get cash later on from the building, so let's go 10 citizens. But just going back to my research, I've already researched cowboys. So again, just doing a lot of the stuff you do in the game, you'll generally get your mandate extension, so it's not necessary to always take the 12 months. Okay, I'm going to put the high impact on those. Actually, I'm just going to quick build that construction office to get it up so that they get these mansions built quickly. I've left this area here too because I'll probably put a lot of my tenements in here. So that'll help hopefully help remove the amount of shacks around, and also mean they can get to their work quicker.
Governor, I've made contact with a certain group of not so reputable sailors who would gladly pay extra for our goods.
So again, you've got a mission of something that I'm already doing. Accept it. I've got trade routes already.
Thanks to your efforts,
Revolutionaries
the
are giving me more
revolutionary
stuff.
movement is growing stronger.
As you saw before, there's probably enough trade routes, so I'm going to take the educated citizens again. So if you look at the trade routes, I've already got quite a few. I don't really need more, so I generally don't take those unless there's something interesting. So these are the ones I'm doing at the moment: wool, tobacco, and iron. And so here I'm producing an exceptional amount of tobacco because I've got a high effectiveness. I'm actually going to put it up so I get more going out. And I'm just checking to see what's going on here with my effectiveness. It's over 100, so I'm reasonably happy with that. I don't want it to be too low. So here's another good one I can put on my banana plantation. I can increase my job quality and the workers' wealth increases. So they're currently poor. If I do my upgrade, they're now well off, even though the budget is the same. So some of these little upgrades really do make quite a difference.
It seems that your rival has some crafty and rather undesirable allies. A man going by the name of Leon Kane used his influence to pull him out of the misery.
Has increased by 12 months. So again, you get these random mandate increases as you're going through the game anyway, so always taking the mandate doesn't help. Okay, so I've got 2 magnates sitting here now, so I'm going to put 1 magnate in here, the other one's going to go into this mine, so that gives me a slight increase of effectiveness. So I'm down on workers, but I get an extra 10 because I've got a magnate manager in the building. I'm at 70,000 exports as well. I've only got to get to 100,000, so I'm unsure as to whether the mission's going to finish when I do that, or I get to keep playing, but we'll see. So the trigger's going to go in 1 month, so I'm just looking at my research now. So let's go with Constitution, Red Tape, and the newspaper, and that will bring us up to the World Wars category. World Wars era, sorry, not category.
Great news! We found out
Excellent.
how to use the
I
mask.
can now put a military fort down. So that's actually probably one of the spaces I wouldn't mind putting a military fort in around here. Just generally because when you do get people coming onto the island, the rebels, a lot of the time they will come from the beach. So, and they'll generally make haste for something like the grocer or the logging camp. So if I can put my military camp here, it generally will cover most of this area. So I'm actually going to put it right here. Where am I? Where will I put it? I think we'll put it here. That's a little bit more central. And again, even though I'm not getting any rebels on this mission. Granted, there's probably going to be some on the later missions that I'm going to need to look after. And having this up is going to make it a lot easier. Okay, so my trade offer for tobacco has been completed, so that gives me another ship. So now I can start exporting other things. So was that a coffee plantation I made up here? It was cocoa, wasn't it? Cocoa, so I've got cocoa, banana, sugar, tobacco, and corn. So I'm already doing that iron and wool. I can do wool, sugar, or coffee, pineapples, meat, or fish. I have got fish. Fish is pretty crap. I'm going to do the meat one to the smugglers. So that'll export my meat. So one of the things to be careful of is if you're exporting food like that is that your food quality may decrease. So if I look at my almanac right now and look at my food, it's quite high at the moment for overall happiness. But if I actually look at my resources overview, I'm not really consuming. I've got 1,800 food, but my other food that I've got, such as the fish, the corn, the bananas, the meat, the milk, I'm not consuming any of it, so I can export all of it. Yes, I'm up to, I have quadrupled my, not quadrupled, but I've added an extra viewer. So that's quite nice. Generally not the most popular channel, but that's fine.
His Majesty personally inspected several reports from your colony and discovered a major oversight in your designs.
So here we need to have 2 ranches upgraded. So again, I've already got 2 ranches, so that makes things easy. Looking at my ranch here, if I choose the shaving pens, $800 and I get a job quality increase by 10. So that's a no-brainer. Take that one every day, increase the job quality without paying them more. And the same thing now for the cattle. I can use manure fertilizer, which again increases the effectiveness of every plantation and farm around it. That's 1,200, and I've got the same one here for this manure fertilizer. So there we go. I've got 3 upgraded ranches. That's great. So their effectiveness now is fantastic.
His Royal Majesty has instructed
And I get another
me to
mandate extension
present
if I
you
need it.
with this
I don't really need it
letter
because I've
of
got 4 years and 3
commendation
months.
for
So
your
again, I'm going to
achievements
take the
in
10 colonists. So what I'd like to do now is, because I've got that manure upgrade there, I would like to see if there's a plantation I could put down in this little area here. So it's not really great for tobacco, sugar, pineapples, cotton, corn, no. Coffee, cocoa, or bananas. I might put coffee down there, because even though it's red at the end now, it is green next to it, and I do get the extra benefit from being near the other farms. So let's put it down. So you can see it won't actually build on those red areas where the sand is, so that reduces its effectiveness. But that's okay, we're going to get something out of it, which is better than nothing. And again, once it goes up, because I've got the manure fertilizer upgrade, that should pick up the plant there.
Governor, my special friends are ready to do more business with us.
Okay, so
We
now I
just
need a
need
second,
additional
a
ships to
fourth
have-
dock. So just looking at where the fish wharves are again, there's one right here, so I've lost that wharf. So probably next to that one is fine, because I've got another fish dock I can put down here. So I'm not going to put that down, I'm going to go and put the dock up over here. You also have to be careful that you're not building them too far away from your roads, because if there's no road there, they won't actually be able to build it.
Herr Presidente, I'm afraid my calculations proved correct. The events rearrange themselves so that time may continue its predetermined course.
Okay, so so that's the end of that mission. So you can see, even though I had a lot of stuff going down, that mission was incredibly quick. So I'm just going to actually pause my stream now, just so that it'll make it easier to export it later, and then I'll come back in a few seconds and we'll go on to the next mission.